Right, Owen. So obviously, you've been a plumber for the last 3 years, right? You've been saying how it's just taking a toll on your body, lad. You fucking hate the job because not only is it shit, like with managers and the higher ups, as you said, but just the impact it's taking on your body, lad. You're a young lad, but you're already starting to feel the pain on your back, your knees, everything, right? You told me you don't want to stay in this because you want to essentially make a change. You want to get out of that. So tell me, man, when did you actually realize that you essentially wanted to make a change?
Well, this past year, I've been just completely sick of the plumbing, so I have, and I know myself that I need to get out of it. But
All right.
maybe 3 months ago, whenever you started posting the content,
Mm,
I actually followed along with your journey from the start, from the beginning, because you're a local enough lad, and I said, well, let's why not follow and keep a wee bit of interest to see how he does get on. Then I
mm.
started seeing results. Maybe after a month of seeing your content, and said, "Fuck it, why not? If he's a local lad and he can make money online, maybe he could help me out."
Very good. Very good. So what you're saying is sort of 3 months ago was when you realized that something needs to change then, right? Or
Yeah.
was it a year ago that you re well, yeah,
A
okay.
year ago, I got sick of the plumbing and I was just thinking in my mind, is this what I really want to do for the rest of my life? And I was like, no. So, and 3 months ago, when I seen your content, it really gave me an inspiration knowing that there's a fella only 45 minutes up the road from me, fit to
Mm,
make money online. So,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
about 3 months ago, I came across you and came across the content and that.
All right, lad. All right. So tell me, like, have you maybe tried anything in those last 3 months that you've been seeing my content?
Well, I looked a bit into the was it appointment setting, the scene that you were talking about on Instagram.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
looked at a couple of YouTube videos of it, so did. But one video was telling me what to do, the next video was telling me the opposite, and the third video, and just everyone had different ways of doing it. And then it was
Mm,
throwing in like cold calling and that, and I just didn't know what to do, so I
right,
didn't.
lad.
So
Very good. Okay, okay. So and when did you actually sort of was that 3 months ago you started looking into that, or like when did you actually start watching these videos?
maybe just last week there, so it was.
All right, lad. So what? So did you try anything before you watched those videos? Because you've been telling me that you've wanted to change for the last 3 months, right? After you started seeing my content. So have you done anything up until those 2 weeks ago?
No, not really.
All right, lad. And why do you think that is?
It's just a like I don't know if it's a scam or I don't know. Like anytime you hear about people making money online, you just the scam bell alerts and
Hmm.
like I don't want to get scammed. So like
All right, lad.
I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, buy my course, buy this, buy that," and then you see the Instagram comments and they're like, "Nice trade, did he?" So I think there's a lot of scams out there. So I
All right,
just don't want
lad.
to get scammed, you know.
Yeah, no, what I mean, that makes sense, lad. I mean, who like you wouldn't want to be getting scammed. I wouldn't want to be getting scammed. You wouldn't want to be getting scammed. It makes sense, right? But like, tell me, one, have you been scammed before or anything?
No, I haven't been scammed before, so I haven't. So I was lucky enough.
So, like, where did that fear actually come from then, lad, of being scammed?
I'm just hearing of other people getting scammed. Like money, it's hard earned. I don't want to lose it. I don't know.
So what you're saying is that you haven't actually been scammed before, then you've just heard of other people being scammed, right?
Yeah,
Right,
a
okay.
cousin of mine, he lost a lot of money online. So, but he was down in the pits for a couple of weeks after his loss. So I don't want that to happen to me.
Well, I mean, fair enough, lad. Fair enough. I mean, I get where you're coming from, right? But tell me, like, see that sort of fear of being scammed, you know, essentially, do you think that's maybe been holding you back for the last 3 months?
Yeah, and I suppose myself too, just being a lazy cunt and
Mm,
just staying in that 9 to 5 diploma and then going out at the weekends, you know. So
mm,
I just finally copped on that it's not the way I want to spend the rest of my life.
mm.
But then the fear of scam is quite big too,
Yeah.
because 2025, you know, there's not many scams out there. But uh, it was good to see, as I was saying, that you're local enough, lad. You're only up the road, so I said, well, if you do send this man money, at least I could have some chance of getting it back, you know.
Yeah, I get you. Was this sort of the outcome that you were looking for, lad, after 3 months of essentially wanting to change? Like, is this the outcome that you were looking after 3 months, man? Just sort of being in the same position that you are because of fear of being scammed is holding you back?
I'm just still in the same old rut, and now I just really need to get out of it. So that's
Mm.
why I tried making a start last week on learning how to do the picnic set, but I just didn't know what to do.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Well, because the way I see it on, right? Like, say for you were saying that your cousin's been scammed before, right? So,
Yeah,
say for example, I don't know, your cousin went out for a feed somewhere, right? Went out for a feed, I don't know, wherever it is, man, and some restaurant in your town, right? And he absolutely hated it, right? Would that put you off putting or going to any other restaurant apart from that ever again?
no,
Why not, lad?
because every restaurant's different.
Exactly. So, kind of tying it back to this, man, like, yes, I get it that your cousin got scammed, right? But do you see that like every person's different, every situation's different? Just because he got scammed doesn't mean that you're gonna get scammed.
I suppose that's true. That's true, but it'll always be in the back of my mind, I think. But as I was saying, because you're local enough and that, and I do trust you, even though I
Mm,
don't know you. I think wouldn't be too bad, I suppose.
mm. All right. Right, well, anyway, moving on from that. So you were saying that you watched some YouTube videos, right? So I mean that's a good start, lad. But you were saying that you sort of didn't. The one video was telling you one thing, one video was telling you another thing, right?
Yeah, I was just completely confused. So I was confused.
Okay.
I didn't know what to do. Like,
So like, what do you think was actually be missing so that you could not be as confused as you were?
um, like none of my friends are into making money online like that. So like, it'd be handy if I had a friend to reach out to and be like, what would be the next video he could watch, or
Mm,
someone even give me like a map on where to start and where to finish. That
okay.
would help me. That would help me a lot. Like
So what, like, oh, go on ahead.
I see like a lot of free videos not online, but like at the end of all the videos, they're like, if you've any questions, reach out to me. So I reached out to one boy, and he was like, yeah, so if you give me 3,000 US dollars, you get this, you get that. They'll provide you with all of this. But I think he was too. I thought he was definitely a scammer. He had to be. He was too polite.
Yeah, I get you, lad. I get you. But what you were saying is that you were sort of that's kind of what you were looking for, that like somebody to guide you in a sense, right?
Yeah,
All right. Well, like, because fair enough that you kind of knew what you needed. You needed that guidance to help you understand where you're going with this. But after the first person didn't work, like you watched the video and you thought he was a scam, right? Fair enough. Did you maybe then try and look for somebody else to help you because ultimately you knew that that guidance was what you needed, man? So.
no, it was just I had a simple question, so I reached out to him, and he just told me, give me 3K USD, and I'll help you. And I wasn't down for that. I didn't know the man at all. I never, like, that was my first time actually talking to him, so it was.
Mm,
So, and I didn't reach out to anyone else after that, so I didn't, in
mm,
case they were like, give me 3K and I'll help you. Like, it's
mm.
like, make money online, you know.
Okay. Okay. So you knew what was essentially what you were going to need to sort of be able to progress further, right? You needed that
Yeah.
help. So, right, fair enough, you tried the first boy and he didn't work. But what I'm trying to get at is like, man, why did you not try and reach out to maybe another person if you knew that's what you needed?
I suppose just being a lazy plumber, like, I'd be working a lot of hours, and like, at football training, and I go to the gym and all, so I'm just a busy man, so I just didn't have time to reach out.
Okay, that's so is it like a sense of being lazy or is it just not having the time?
Because it's not really having the time.
Okay, lad. Okay. Okay. And being so busy, right? Like, what sort of outcome has that got you so far, man, in terms of the
Just
online space?
extreme tiredness.
Right, okay. Okay. Because right on, so the way I kind of see it, right? People put time into things that are important to them, right? So you said there that you go to the gym, right? Like, why do you go to the gym, man?
Why do I go to the gym?
Yeah, why do you go to the gym?
I suppose to build up my muscles and gives me a break from the house, from the,
Hmm.
from the wife and the children. But it is good to go back to them. But yeah, it's good for you mentally and physically. Something I've
So
always been doing.
yeah, well, I mean, fair enough. And would you say that's pretty important to you, being healthy mentally and
Oh
physically?
yeah, definitely,
Exactly that.
definitely. I go to the gym every second day.
Very good. Fair play to you. And tell me that, like, essentially, why do you go to work? Why do you put time into going into work?
To make money and pay the bills.
Exactly, lad. So that's important to you too, because you have to make money to pay the bills. That's important, right?
Yeah.
So like, what I'm trying to get at here, right? You put time into going to the gym because it's important to you mentally and physically. You put time into going to work to pay the bills because that's important too, right? So what I'm trying to get at is that is the problems that you've been having within work, like like the mental and physical stress, is that actually important enough to you based on the fact that you haven't been putting the time aside for it to try and resolve it?
Suppose it's all really important to me. But I don't know where to take it from here. Because of like the scam and that's all out of my mind now. So it is
Mm,
like it's like you're here and actually willing to help me.
mm.
Like what is it that you can really help me with? Like just show me how the appointment set or
Like, I mean, we need to kind of take you through everything, not like we take you through the whole steps. But I mean, kind of what I'm trying to get at here, is in terms of, you know, not having time, right? Like, because I get it that the scam was holding you back, the fear of being scammed was holding you back, right? And then once you did start, maybe once you got past that fear and actually did start essentially, trying maybe watching a few videos and stuff, right? After that, then you kind of did look for the help and then you didn't because you claimed that time was what was holding you back, right? But you are telling me that it is important to you that you do overcome these problems. So what I'm trying to understand that is what really held you back in finding the time to actually dedicate to this. Why did you not feel the need to find the time?
suppose I'm just being lazy, I suppose then. Like I do watch a lot of Netflix, so if you cut that out,
Mm,
Netflix isn't going to help me get out of my plumbing job.
mm,
So it's not so maybe watch Netflix about 3 hours every evening. So
okay, lad.
I've cut that out maybe.
So do you see how that laziness has actually been holding you back and getting you to where you want to be?
Yeah, I suppose the Netflix isn't going to get me where I want to be.
Exactly, lad. So next time, if we were to go back, what would you have done differently?
Next time if I was what?
Next time, if we were just to go back in time, lad,
Right?
where what would you have done differently then?
Um, I suppose I would actually ask someone in online space, maybe like yourself, like
Mm.
what way did you go about it? How did you start? Where did you learn the tricks of the trade? And see if you could help me, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly, lad. Exactly. Because, like, Owen, say for example, we did go back in time, right? And I was able to give you a guarantee that it would work, that you would get to where you want to be, you'd get out of your job because obviously you don't want to stay there, right? If I was able to give you that guarantee, would you have put that laziness aside?
Oh, 100%. I'd stop the Netflix. I'd even quit the gym and if it was to get me to where I want to be.
All right, and why would you do that?
Because I'm just sick of the plumber. I'm sick of the sore back. And seeing all these young fellas making all this money online is actually annoying me. I'm embarrassed because they're
Hmm.
younger than me and they're making more money than me.
Yeah, exactly, lad. Exactly. Because tell me, Owen, what's guaranteed right now if you continue to let that laziness hold you back?
What was that? What's guaranteed
What's
right
guaranteed right
now?
now? Yeah, if you continue to let the
Oh,
laziness hold you back.
I just stay lazy. That's for sure.
Okay. And what's guaranteed if you put that laziness aside and maybe actually do look into something? What's actually guaranteed then?
So I'm gonna have to see some sort of results. Might take a
Exactly.
bit of time, but the results they'll come someday.
Exactly that. So tell me, Owen, do you want to be the Owen that continues to let that laziness control him, continues to be embarrassed because there's all these other lads making money online, whilst you're stuck being lazy watching Netflix? Or do you want to be the Owen that actually puts that laziness aside and gets a step closer to where he wants to be?
I think the old one was the lazy one, but now you've given me a new side of it, a new one, and actually use my time wisely and invest my time into something that's going to get me to where I want to be.
Okay. And why do you want to be the new one as opposed to the old one? Because ultimately, you've been the older one for a while now. So why do you want to be this new one?
Suppose I've just after realizing that the old one's not going to get me where I want to be, and just bad habits,
Hmm.
just being lazy. Like,
Yeah.
suppose that's why all these people are rich. They're not lazy. They're actually doing something with their lives, not plumbing and drinking at the weekends, with the
Hmm.
gym.
So, Owen, in order to actually become this new one, like obviously, I get it that you maybe were struggling with getting the guidance earlier, right? But you did know how important that was going to be, right? So, in order to
Yeah.
become this new one, apart from that guidance that you were talking about, what do you feel like you would actually need to be able to become him and get to where you want to be?
I suppose a bit of training, a couple of good videos to help me along the line, and someone to reach out to would be a big help. So
So, so what do you mean? What do you mean by actual like training? You know, like these YouTube videos that you're talking about. What would you need in those YouTube videos to actually be able to see success, man?
So it's like tell me what to say to the prospect, not what to say to the prospect. Like there's no point in being same as plumbing, I suppose, the point in setting. If you're a good
Hmm.
plumber, loads of people want you, there'll be a lot of work for you. If you're a shit
Hmm.
plumber, no one wants you.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be an appointment setter that is shit, because no one's gonna
Yeah.
want you.
And how do you feel you would actually learn how to be an appointment setter best? Like, how do you actually learn best?
I suppose watching videos and then practicing. Like
Right.
same as the gym, I had a PT and he used to show me the exercises and I used to go by them and I just
Hmm.
practiced and every day I got better and then I started seeing results.
Okay. So sounds kind of like you maybe had a bit of a structure there. Is that safe to say? You know, in terms of the gym, but you know, you were saying that you'd want to be watching the videos and then kind of applying it, right? That kind of sounds like a structure. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, all right, lad. So do you feel like if you had that, you know, those structured YouTube videos, like and the guidance in place, do you feel like that would be enough to get you to where you want to be?
Yeah. Would you be fit to maybe put some YouTube videos one after another, maybe like a chapter from it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's sort of exactly what we're able to give you, man. Because what I'm kind of trying to get at, man, is like, why would those videos and that guidance actually be so important to you? Why do you think that that's going to be so vital?
I suppose that as I'm saying, I want to be a good appointment setter, so them videos would obviously educate me on how to be a good appointment setter.
Okay, I mean, fair enough. So, because you told me that would be like kind of all you need, right? But like the way I like to kind of look at it, Owen, is learning an online skill, like for example, like appointment setting, right? It's kind of
Yeah.
like learning how to play a sport. I see you have a wee GAA jersey on you there, wee Ulster Uni jersey, right? So do you play a bit
That's
of
right.
football yourself?
I play a bit of Gaelic, yeah.
There you go, lad. So say the first time you were essentially going down to the Gaelic club, right?
Yeah.
And you were starting up playing Gaelic, right? And it was just your manager there, that guidance that you're talking about, right? It was just your manager there that had structured YouTube videos for you on how to play Gaelic. Do you feel like that would be enough just to go and play, I don't know, Kerry in the All Ireland final after one training session?
No, definitely not.
Why not, lad?
Suppose it'd be 15 players against me and the manager. It'd be no good.
Exactly. Lad, so what do you feel like you would need then to make that fair then? If there's 15 players on the pitch and there's only you and the manager, what do you need?
Doesn't need another 13 players.
There you go,
To
lad. And why would you need those 13 players?
win the match.
Exactly. But ultimately, what are those players actually going to do, lad? Like in terms of, it's you and the manager, but what are those players actually going to help you achieve?
I suppose they're going to train us and we're all going to perform well together. We'll get to know each other real well and
Mm.
build our strengths and be carry, I suppose.
Yeah. So essentially, they're kind of pushing you forward, wanting to get to the same goal of beating Kerry, right?
Yeah.
Well, there you go, lad. Right. So let's relate this back to the online space, right? Like, what if you had a team of, well, maybe not players, but people, right? Like-minded lads, all the same age as you, wanting to get to the same goal of actually making it in the online space, right? Do you feel like that would help you?
Yeah, it would push me on a lot. I'd be quite a competitive fella. So
Mm,
football training there, never doing runs of that. Everyone's pushing each other on.
mm,
And as a team, we all push each other on, so everyone grows together.
mm. Well,
So I
there you go,
suppose if
lad.
as an online team, if an online team, maybe I suppose we could all push each other and help.
So like a community in a sense.
Yeah,
Well, that's fair enough, lad. So say I was actually able to give you all that that community, that structure, like that structured YouTube videos that you were talking about. I was able to give you somebody to guide you
yeah.
along the way, pick you up if something's going wrong, you have any questions, right? Where do you hypothetically see yourself if you had all that in place, say in another 3 months or another 6 months, month? Talk to me.
Well, I'd like to be a master at appointment setting, then. So if
Hmm,
it's going to spend 3 months at it, I'd like to be well on with it.
absolutely, man.
Um, I've got